5 rules for streamlining the case. You stated that the parties, since we're the case in chief for the state, are to present to us the Friday, every other Friday, the list of witnesses and the exhibits that those witnesses would be testifying, or would be used with those witnesses. And I believe that Mr. Murphy is next, and we did not receive last week the list of exhibits that would be used with Mr. Murphy. In fact, I personally—
You didn't, or?
No, we, I believe I can say we, did not. I did not, and I do not believe any of the other defendants received the list of exhibits from Mr. Murphy last week. I just learned that there was some email correspondence this week that included exhibits for Mr. Murphy, and I just received for the first time the exhibits that are going to be used with Mr. Murphy. But regardless of my being left off of the email chain, I do not believe any of us received these exhibits last week as ordered by the court from the bench. And I do not see how we are going to streamline and move this case along if your efforts to do that are not being followed. And assuming I am correct, and I think I am, I just have to say that this is just part of the continuing pattern of discovery abuse in this case. And I do not believe that this should be trial by ambush, Your Honor.
Okay, what specifically didn't you get, Mr. Weinstein?
I did not get what the court ordered, which is a list of exhibits that are to be associated with the presentation of Mr. Murphy's testimony.
Okay.
Now, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No. If you received that last week and I was simply left off of last week's chain, perhaps that happened, but I've tried to check with co-defendants counsel whether they received, I mean, I could be in error, but whether they received this.
Did you talk to Ms. Hilton or Ms. Love about that?
I just learned about this, Your Honor. I just learned about it.
Did you talk with them before I came out to discuss them once you learned about this?
I asked them to please include me on the emails that I did not receive this week.
Sir, just answer my question.
Yeah, tell me your specific question.
My specific question is, did you talk with Ms. Love or Ms. Hilton about these particular exhibits?
No.
Okay. That's the first point of contact. So why don't you do that right now? And maybe they'll be able to tell you, hey, we sent it out in the state or it's an oversight. Then I can take it up. Okay?
Okay.
So
Can I
why
have
don't
a
you
moment?
Why don't you do that right now?
Thank you.
You said that was on my back, which has those
I'm sorry.
in addition, some pictures are actually included in what was out last week. So exhibits 9 through 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 were all sent last week.
As associated.
Was that on Tuesday, Ms. Hilton?
So, Your Honor, briefly, on last week, Ms.
Love sent.
Love sent out
That was on Monday, the 8th of April.
Correct. So on Monday,
I do see that, Mr. Weinstein. That was sent out, and there's an exhibit list.
and Your Honor, on Monday, that exhibit list, while it did not have the actual pictures, it has a link to where all the pictures were in the reorganized discovery, so they can know exactly which pictures we were referencing. And I believe in that email, no, I don't think it was in that email. At some later communication, I myself told defense counsel that I would send a PowerPoint as soon as the PowerPoint was ready with all of the exhibits, but they did have the links to where all of the exhibits were. Last week, Your Honor, Ms. Love, when she sent out the PowerPoint with the exhibits for for Dexter Montgomery to include the pictures with Mr. White, some of those pictures that did not get in, given Mr. White's testimony, the state is going to try to get in through Mr. Murphy. So we just added them to the Mr. Murphy list of exhibits, but the majority of these exhibits that we sent on Monday are on here. The state did update this witness list multiple times this week, and every time we updated it, I sent the updated copy, and I highlighted what were the additional.
I see another email on the 9th of April.
Correct.
I said same correspondence. I see a further email on the 10th in respect to those same exhibits.
And I did not realize Mr. Weinstein was not on this list until Ms. D. Williams, literally, I think a few minutes before we were about to come into court, advised that Mr. Weinstein, Ms. Apt, and Ms. Hingerty were not on that email chain. I told her that we would make sure that's corrected moving forward. But what the state did try to do, Your Honor, in all candor, is as the state is continuing to work up questions, more pictures may come to the thought, but these are all pictures, all evidence that have been turned over in discovery. And that's why I provided a specific link where they can be found. So it's no surprise of where they're coming from. But this isn't any new discovery, Your Honor. These are all things that have been served. And what the state has tried to do is, as I've been continuing prepping my questions and updating any type of evidence, is providing that exhibit.
And we appreciate the updates, Your Honor, but whether they came in Monday, Tuesday, or this morning, neither of those days are last week, which is what this court ordered from the bench.
All right, well, I'm noting your objection, Mr. Weinstein. I'm going to include those three emails from the state, Ms. Weaver, as the next court's exhibits in order, and I'll deny your motion. Call for our jury, please. But Mr. Weinstein has been updated on, and any other counsel have been updated accordingly.
Make sure that the next set of emails.
Let's do that and not make sure that doesn't occur again.
And I believe Ms. Hingerty was on that email, is what I was saying.
All right,
So, Ms. Hingerty was.
sir.
Mr. Botts is not present.
Hold on. Okay. Who was responsible for keeping an eye on him? Was that you, Mr. Harvey? Come on. I don't ask for much, okay? Really? There are Apple devices you can kind of help him out with that. So. Yes, summon our jurors, please, sir. All right, thank you, Sergeant Ingram. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. All right. Is state prepared to call your next witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
State called Mr. Walter Murphy.
All right, summon Mr. Walter Murphy, please. Mr. Murphy, good afternoon, sir. Sir, if you would please approach the witness stand. Once you get there, if you'd be so kind and turn and face Sergeant Ingram, be sworn as a witness, please, sir.
Raise your right hand.
Walter Murphy. WALTERMURPHY.
And good afternoon, Mr. Murphy.
What's up?
How old are you?
I'm 32.
And when were you born?
August 9th, 1991.
And where are you from?
Georgia.
Where in Georgia?
Forest Park. Jonesboro Road.
Is that within the city of Atlanta?
Yeah.
Mr. Murphy, do me a favor. Can you put yourself a little closer to the microphone, speak directly into it so we can all hear you, sir? Appreciate it.
When you were younger, did you grow up off of Jonesboro Road?
Yeah.
Did you live in a particular apartment complex? Or where did you live? Did you live in a house or apartment complex?
Projects.
Okay. And where were those projects located?
Jonesboro Road.
What were the name of those projects?
Gilwood Gardens.
You said Gilwood?
Gilbert Gardens.
And about how long did you live at Gilbert Gardens?
Bless you.
Since I can remember, till I was about till 2005.
Since
However old I was then.
And if you were born in 1991, would it say you were 14 in 2005?
If the math, and then that's it.
Okay. When you lived in Gilbert Gardens up until 2005, who did you live with?
My mom and my siblings.
How many siblings do you have?
4.
And within your line of siblings, where do you fall? You're the oldest, the youngest, or in the middle?
I'm the oldest son, second youngest kid.
In 2005, when you moved from, when you stopped living at Gilbert Gardens, where did you move to?
After Gilbert Gardens, we moved to off of Browns Mill Road and Cleveland Avenue.
Were you in a house, apartment, or something else?
House.
And how long did you live off of that house off of Browns Mill Road and Cleveland Avenue?
I think we stayed in like 3 houses in the same neighborhood. Kept getting put out.
And when you moved to those homes from Gilbert Gardens to those 3 houses off of Browns Mill and Cleveland, did you move with your mom and your 3 other siblings, your other siblings?
Yeah.
Where did you go to school when you were younger?
I don't remember the name of this. Oh, Minnie S. Howell.
Say that again.
Minnie S. Howell Elementary.
Minnie?
Yeah, Minnie.
Minnie?
Yeah, Minnie S. Howell.
Okay. Did you stay in elementary school until 5th grade?
Yeah, and then I went to Crawford Long.
And how long did you stay at Crawford Long? Was that until the 8th grade?
6, and then I went to alternative school.
What alternative school did you go to?
CEP.
And did you ever attend high school?
No.
Have you gotten your GED?
Yeah,
When did you obtain it?
in prison.
Do you remember roughly around what years?
I can't remember what year.
Okay. Do you remember what year you went to prison?
I think the end of 14, beginning of 15. Something like that.
Either that's when you went to prison or when you went to jail, 2014 and 2015.
I know I was locked up a lot of those years around that time, back and forth, a lot, like a whole lot.
Now, you said that you did not complete high school. Have you ever worked? Let me ask you, do you work now?
Yeah,
Okay. Prior to you working now, when you were younger, so between that 2005 in 2012 or 13. Did you ever work?
Yeah,
What type of work did you do?
I worked at Turnerfield.
What did you do at Turner Field?
I worked at concession stand.
If we're going to use 2005 as a landmark, which you said you were 14 years old, about what years did you work at Turner Field in the concession stand?
I don't know, I ain't really good with years, but I know I was in alternative school when I worked. It was summertime.
Outside of working at the concession stand at Turner Field, did you have any other jobs while you were younger?
No,
Are you married?
what you mean on paper?
Yeah, on paper, are you married?
No,
Do you have a significant other?
yes.
How long have you all been together?
No, it's been a long time. Probably about, at least about 11, 10 years, something like that. 10, 11 years.
Do you have children?
Yeah, 4.
And do you have boys and girls, all boys, all girls?
2 girls, 2 boys.
And what's the age range of your children?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
Oh,
What's the age range of your children? Sure. What is the age range of your children?
16, 15, 8, and then I got a 4-month-old baby boy.
And are you currently working?
Yes.
What type of work do you do?
I'm manufacturing windows and doors at a company.
How long have you been working for this company, manufacturing doors?
I can't remember the years, man. I'm terrible with years, but
So we're in 2024.
I started in the halfway house. Whenever I went to the halfway house, that's when I got the job I'm at now.
And since you said that you aren't the best with math, I like timelines. So you mind if I come up here? You do some timelines. Ms. Mercer, you were born in 1991? Sir?
Yeah.
Okay. And that from between 1991 to 2005, you lived at Gilbert Gardens?
Yeah.
And in 2005, you moved off of Cleveland and O'Hapeville?
Brownsville.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. And Brown. Thank you for correcting me. Now, you think you may have went to prison, you believe sometime in 2014 or 2015? You said 2005, we believe you're about 14 years old, give or take between 1991.
You good with math?
Most lawyers are. All right. And we'll keep it right here for right now. And I'm sorry, one more thing. You said that you were working at your current job since you got put in the halfway house, correct?
Yeah. Only time I wasn't working when I went back to prison for this.
Okay. So then
Or
let's talk.
jail, whatever.
When did you remember going back to jail for this incident?
When y'all locked me up.
Was that in 2022?
I turned myself in June. Whatever year.
2022?
I think that was the year.
Okay. And do you remember before you got locked up for this case, were you in the halfway house?
I was free. I was
So you weren't in the halfway house?
no.
Okay. Do you remember when did you get out of prison? What year was that?
When I went to the halfway house,
Yes.
I don't know. It was COVID though.
It was
Everything was
COVID.
shut down for COVID.
So we could say around 2020? Do you remember COVID being in 2020?
I don't know. I was in prison.
Okay. If I say it was in 2020, would you agree with me?
I don't know. I can't agree with you if I went here.
Okay. But it was around COVID. All right. And you started working at the job during this time? When you were at the halfway house?
Yeah.
And did your company allow you to return back to your job once you got released from jail for this case?
No.
No. Did you start working somewhere else?
No.
Okay. So I thought you said that you were still working at the same company that you were working back when you
I am.
Okay.
They didn't let me come back at first.
But they eventually have let you come back.
Yeah.
All right. And when did you start working back at the manufacturing firm?
I don't know, man.
Let me ask a better question. How long have you been working there since you could return? Has it been a month, 5 months, a year? How long have you been working back at the manufacturing firm?
It's been a year. Because I started back in March and this April, so it's been a year. So I started back last March, yeah. You're right. Thank you.
Was it before your 4-month-old was born?
I said last March.
Yeah, so it was before your 4-month-old was born? It was last March of 2023.
Yeah, he was born
4 months ago.
in December.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you enjoying the work that you do?
I mean,
Or
it's
is it
work.
a job for you?
Yeah, it's just work. It's work. I like the people though. They cool.
Now, when you were younger, did you ever come to know an individual by the name of Jeffrey Williams?
Yeah.
How long have you known Jeffrey Williams?
I'm not good with time. Since we was kids.
About how old were you when you first met him?
I can't remember the age. As
Was
far
it,
as I can remember, I knew him.
do you believe it's while you were in elementary school, middle school, or something else?
I've been knew him. I can't.
How did y'all
Before I knew him, I knew of him. Put it like that. I knew his family members before I knew him.
Which family members did you know before you knew him?
His mom, his dad, his sisters.
How did you know his mom, his dad, and his sisters?
I can't remember which one of them, but they stayed in my apartments. I don't know if it was his mom and his dad, but they stayed in my apartment. I just never seen him. I always seen his brothers and sisters.
And did they stay in your apartments at Gilbert Gardens?
Yeah.
And since you first saw his family before you met him, did you have any type of relationship with his family members?
No, we was kids. It was just at the basketball court. You know?
Now, do you call him Jeffrey Williams?
Huh?
Do you call him Jeffrey Williams? When you refer to him, do you
I don't call nobody by their whole name.
Okay. What did you call him?
Lil Jeff.
Anything else?
Call him a lot of names, a lot of nicknames.
Okay. What are some of the other nicknames?
Prune. It's a family nickname.
Okay.
I heard his family calling it. I called him, start calling him that too. On a joking, playing with him.
Anything else?
That's all I can remember.
Uh-huh. And do you see Jeffrey Williams in the courtroom today?
Yeah.
Can you identify him by article of clothing he's wearing?
I stipulated that Mr. Murphy can identify.
All right, it shows sound. The record will reflect.
Thank you. Now, you said that you had met his family first and then you met him. Do you remember the circumstances of how you met Mr. Williams?
I can't really remember, man. You asked me to think about a long, long time ago. You know how much I've been through since then?
Have you been through a lot?
Tremendously.
And we're going to talk about some of those things over the course of this time together.
Yeah, I don't remember my first encounter.
Okay. What was your relationship like with Mr. Williams when you all were younger?
I mean, in a relationship, just like any other friends, you young, you just want to have fun.
What type of things did y'all do together to have fun?
One of our biggest things was listen to music. The dissect music.
What kind of music would y'all listen to?
All kinds, all genres, or however you pronounce that word.
And would you do this at your home, his home, or somewhere else?
Everywhere we go.
As your relationship developed with Mr. Williams, did your relationship with any of his family members develop?
I understand what you asking.
Sure. You and Mr. Williams have been friends since childhood. As you all continued your relationship and your friendship, did you grow your relationship with any of his other family members? His mom, his dad, any of his siblings?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mama called him son. His mama called me son.
What about his dad? Did you have a relationship with his father?
We were cool. I ain't never had my dad, so you feel me? I ain't really good with authority. But we was cool. I respected him. He respected me.
Did you ever look to his father as a father figure for you?
No.
And then what about his siblings? Did you ever develop a relationship with any of his siblings?
Yeah.
Okay. Who?
All of them.
And how many siblings does he have?
Too many to count.
Does he have a sister by the name of Dolly?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have a friendship with Dolly?
Yeah.
And did he have a sister named Dora?
Yeah.
Did you have a friendship or relationship with his sister Dora?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or all his siblings, not just them.
Did you and Mr. Williams ever go to school together?
I think we went to alternative school at the same time. I ain't sure.
And did the two of you ever do any recreational activity, I mean sports or anything like that? Did you play on any sports teams together or anything of that nature?
I never played sports.
What is your current relationship with Mr. Williams?
I don't have a relationship with him.
When did that relationship cease?
It never ceased. It's just I went to prison.
And while you were in prison, you did not maintain your relationship or friendship?
When you're in prison, you don't retain no relationship. All that in.
And since you got out of prison, did you not rekindle your friendship when you got out of prison?
I had more important relationships to worry about than friends. Like my kids.
Permission to approach?
As long as you've shown that to defense counsel already.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe they all have it on a PowerPoint. I'm gonna show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 3, Charlie Charlie. Do you recognize the individuals inside of State's Exhibit 3, Charlie Charlie?
Yeah,
And how do you recognize the people in the picture?
it's me.
Okay. Is there a fair, accurate depiction of you in that picture?
Yeah,
Does it look like you?
yeah,
Is there anyone else in that picture?
yeah,
Okay. And does it look like that person who was in the picture?
yeah.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, State would like to tender State's Exhibit 3, Charlie Charlie into evidence.
Any objections to State's 3 Charlie Charlie? All right, State's 3 Charlie Charlie is admitted and may be published as you see fit.
Now, looking at State's Exhibit 3, Charlie Charlie, who's in the picture
Me.
and who else?
LaJeff.
All right. And in looking at that picture, do you recall when that picture was taken?
No.
Okay. Is it before you went to prison, either in 2014 or 2015?
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Murphy, do you have a nickname?
I had a couple nicknames.
Okay. What are your nicknames?
DK, Dewey. That's a couple.
That's it?
Just had a couple.
All right. And how did you get your either of your nicknames, DK or Dewey?
My mama named me that.
Your mama named you.
Yeah, my family called me that.
They call you Dewey?
Yeah, and DK.
What does DK stand for?
It's a couple of those meanings too.
Okay. What are they?
Red Cartel, the kid. A couple.
What is Dewey Cartel? What does the cartel signify, if anything?
It's just a name. You don't like Dewey don't mean name cartel. It's just a name.
How did you come up with that name, cartel?
I didn't come up with it. My family, it was given to me.
Were you ever associated with a group, Red Cartel?
A music group, yeah.
Is it only a music group?
I don't know what it is today. I know what it was when I was with them.
When did you first get involved with Red Cartel?
I can't remember that. That was like 20 years ago.
So you think it was in about 2004? If that's 20 years ago?
I was over at that joint. I don't know.
All right, let's do this. When you got involved with Dewey Cartel, was it first before you got to prison?
When I got involved with Red Cartel, that's my name.
Excuse me, Red Cartel.
Ask the question again.
When you got involved with Red Cartel, was it before you went to prison? So before 2015?
Yeah, that's old.
And you said it was about 2004. Were you living at Gilbert
I
Gardens?
didn't say that.
You said it was about 20 years ago,
I was
right?
over exaggerating.
Okay. I didn't hear.
I was over exaggerating. Saying 20 years I was being.
So do you think it was more than 20 years ago or less than 20 years ago when you got involved with Red Cartel?
I don't know. I've been through a lot. I did like a lot of prison time. And I used a lot of that time to like focus on changing. And that's what I did. So I don't really think about stuff like that. You feel me?
And I understand. And it's good that you're changing, but we're just gonna talk about this for a little while and then we'll move forward to where you are currently. that okay?
They feel like they got something to do with currently
No,
me?
we're gonna talk about what you're doing currently, but we're gonna talk about this for right now, and then we'll go back to what you're doing currently,
Okay.
all right? So, when you first got with Red Cartel, was that while you were living in Gilbert Gardens, or when you were living up in Cleveland and Browns Mill Road?
Cleveland Avenue.
So that would have been around 2005 when you started with Red Cartel.
If you say so, yeah. That's when
I
I
don't
moved.
wanna
That's when
say-
I moved to Cleveland Avenue.
How did you get involved with Red Cartel?
It was a music group who was rapping or trying to rap.
How did you learn about Red Cartel?
How did I learn about it?
Yeah, how did you learn about Red Cartel?
It was a group of guys rapping. We was all cool. We just,
Do you know when Red Cartel formed?
you know,
When you got involved with Red Cartel, you said it was a group of guys. About how many guys are part of this rap group, Red Cartel?
I don't know.
Okay. Was it more than two?
I can't remember.
All right. Were you the only person rapping in the group?
No, they wanted to be a group. It was just me.
All right. So then how many more people besides you was in Red Cartel?
I can't say. I don't want to lie.
Okay. Was it more than 10?
Yes.
All right. Was it more than 20?
I can't remember. I don't want to lie.
Okay.
I know it was more than 10 though.
More than 10. And the members of Red Cartel, did they live in that Cleveland Browns Mill Road area or somewhere else?
Kind of all over the place. We was all from Gilbert Gardens, so they tore down the projects and everybody just scattered.
Now you said they were all from Gilbert Gardens. When you were living at Gilbert Gardens, did you know some of these individuals who now form this group, Red Cartel, in 2005?
Yeah.
Were the members of Red Cartel older or younger or the same age as you?
Both.
Outside of music, was Red Cartel known for anything else?
Not to my knowledge.
Did you have to do anything to join this music group, Red Cartel?
No.
Did you have to rap so they can determine if you knew how to rap or do whatever other type of music?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if that's what you're talking about, do something.
Yeah, so how did you get involved? How would you become a part of Red Cartel?
I mean, dude, so they would have to like your music, I guess.
Do you know who founded Red Cartel?
No, I don't. It was an older dude than me though, but I don't like know him like that.
What was his name?
I don't know. He was before my time.
You said he was before your time. So do you know roughly when Red Cartel started?
No.
Do you know how they came up with the name Red Cartel?
No.
As a member of Red Cartel, did you wear any specific colors?
No, you can wear whatever color you want to wear.
Did you all have any particular clothing that you wore?
I think we did have like shirts or something with like our names on them. So something like that. I can't really remember, but I think we had like some shirts.
I'm going to show you what's been previously admitted. as exhibit 1, slide 22. Exhibit 1. It's slide 26 for you all, but it was originally slide 22. So looking at what's on the screen, which is State's Exhibit 1, which was slide 22, then,
Sir,
We,
do you all want to take a look at it?
no, I'm familiar with the next one approach, if you don't mind.
Okay,
I don't know if you noticed.
I just, come on. Can I look at it? Bring it up here, please, so I can look at it.
I'm gonna show you again, State's Exhibit 1, slide 22. when you talked about the Red Cartel clothing, is that some of the clothes that you were referencing a few moments ago?
I don't remember that. The ones I'm talking about, we had our name on it, like individually had our name on it.
And looking at that, do you see the back of it on the right-hand side?
Which part is the back?
So let's go to the one on the left-hand side. Do you see the individual with a chain around their neck?
Yeah,
Okay.
I see that.
And does that appear to be the front of someone?
I guess.
All right. And what does that shirt say? Can you read it?
Your Honor, it's not in evidence. The city does not recognize it.
You're right, it is in evidence. Yep. We need to approach Stacey.
It is an evidence, Mr. Steele, but, so I don't know, how old was the objection now? But not even that's enough. Then if you said there's other objections.
Looking at State's exhibit number 1, the front of that shirt, what does it say?
You say so what at the top, and then I can't see what they say on this side. I guess that's the left bottom.
Huh?
They got something right there.
You see what the right bottom says?
Blooded.
Okay. And on the other picture, can you read what it says on the other picture at the top?
They're like graffiti letters or something. I can't understand it.
So you can't read what it says at the top?
Okay, I see the Red Cartel.
And
I
then
don't know what that is on the end though. It's kind of weird.
on which end?
The right top.
You mean the wording after cartel?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see what it says underneath Red Cartel?
Creek City Records.
Okay. And then underneath that, do you see what it says?
I don't know what that say at the bottom, but the other part say gang.
Okay. And is that the same Red Cartel that you were just referencing that is the music group that you were a part of?
I never seen it wrote like that though.
Okay. But is that the Red Cartel that you were referencing, the music group that you were a part of?
I don't know.
Okay.
How would I know?
All right. Thank you. Did Red Cartel have any alliances with anyone?
No. Not that I know of.
Did Red Cartel ever associate or affiliate themselves with the Rock Crew?
Object.
Basis.
On his testimony, he said it was a record group, he's 14 years of age.
Okay, all right. So what's your relevancy?
Yes.
Home rule objection.
Did Red Cartel have any alliances with a group, the Rock Crew?
I think they had like music together. That's about as far as I remember. I don't really know if they alliance. What that mean? That's a big word.
Okay. Did anyone from Red Cartel associate with anyone from Rock Crew?
We all stayed right by each other.
Okay.
Went to the same school. You feel me?
All right. And Rock Crew, was that a gang of individuals, of members who were from the Cleveland Avenue area?
Objection. Your
A
Honor.
gang?
I sustain objection.
Okay. What is your understanding of Rock Crew?
And Rock Crew was Cleveland Avenue.
And we say it was Cleveland Avenue, what do you mean?
Like the people from Cleveland Avenue.
And did Rock Crew have a founder who gathered the individuals who were off of Cleveland Avenue?
I don't know.
Now, you said that we all stayed off of Cleveland Avenue. Do you know any individuals who associated themselves with Rock Crew?
When you say associate, like what you mean by that?
That they were a part of, they considered themselves Rock Crew, they called themselves Rock Crew. Do you know anyone like that?
All the kids from Cleveland Avenue when I was younger, it was kids. Yeah. Yeah, appreciate that.
No problem. Who were some of the people that you knew who were from Cleveland Avenue that associated themselves or called themselves Rock Crew?
I can't remember their name. We was in middle school, we kids. You know?
Tell me some of the people that you may remember.
I can't really remember nobody's name like that. I try to forget about Cleveland Avenue. I ain't been on Cleveland Avenue in 10 years.
Let me ask you this. Do you know an individual by the name of Trontavia Stevens?
Yeah.
Okay. Was Trontavia Stevens a part of Rock Crew?
A part of it? I can't really say he was a part of it. I mean, I guess you would have to be Rock Crew to say he's a part of it. I don't really know that.
Jeffrey Williams, was he a part of Rock Crew?
I don't know. He's not even from Cleveland Avenue.
Did he ever hang around Cleveland Avenue?
We both did, yeah.
Quindarius Zachary, do you know who that is?
Never heard that name.
Do you know who Little D is?
I know a couple little D's.
Sorry, Corey, Charlie. You're welcome. Permission to approach?
Yes.
I'm gonna first show you what's been marked as 4 Charlie, and 5 Charlie. Tell me if you recognize or see yourself in 4 Charlie or 5 Charlie.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know some of the other individuals inside of 4 Charlie and 5?
Yeah, I know some of them. I know him.
And does that appear to be fair accurate depiction of yourself along with other people that you may know inside of both 4 Charlie and 5 Charlie?
Yeah.
Okay. Your Honor, this time stay like the 10 to 6 exhibit 4 Charlie and 5 Charlie.
Any objection to states 4 Charlie and 5 Charlie? If they're admitted, I will be published as you see fit.
No, that's a picture of his writing on it as well.
Can I see it please, first? Take it down. Let me see it. Okay, can I see council's, please?
Agree with me that those pictures are not taken on the same day.
I can't remember.
Are you wearing the same clothes in 4 Charlie Charlie that you wore in 5 Charlie Charlie?
Cause I ain't got the hat on.
Okay. And it's your testimony say you don't know who that is?
I do not know who that is.
All right. Do you know individual by the name of Quentin Porter or Big Boo?
Boo. Yeah, I know Boo.
Do you know him to be a part of Rock Crew?
I mean, a part of it. He from Cleveland Avenue, if that's what you asked.
Do you know him to be the founder of Rock Crew?
I don't know who the founder of I don't even know when they were found.
Now, with Red Cartel, was Red Cartel ever associated with any gangs?
I don't remember. We were just wearing red.
You said you don't remember?
I don't recall.
Okay, but you were just wearing red.
Yeah,
Do you know why you all were just wearing red?
it was just a color.
Why red versus any other color?
I don't know.
Did you ever
I can't
ask
answer
why we
that.
wear red and not purple, blue, green, orange?
I like the red.
You like the red.
Yeah, I think it's a nice color.
Did you ever associate or call yourself a member of any gang?
I might have did.
You might have did? Okay.
Yeah.
What gang might you have did call yourself a member of?
Blood.
When did you start calling yourself a member of the Blood?
I can't remember what year. It was just.
Let's go back to our time. To try to orient you. Was it when you were living in Gilbert Garden or Cleveland Avenue and Browns Mill Road?
I think. When I started calling myself a blood, probably when I was living off of Cleveland.
So this time period off of here. Now, was there any particular faction of Blood that you were calling yourself to be a part of?
Faction.
Like, was there any particular Blood sect?
No, I just thought being blood was cool. It was like rappers and people were being blood. I thought it was cool.
How did you become a Blood? How did you become a Blood?
I didn't. I just started saying I was blood.
So-
If that's what you mean,
So you didn't have to do anything in order to become a Blood. You just started calling yourself a Blood.
yeah.
Did you hang around with other individuals who were Bloods? Did you hang around any other individuals that called themselves Bloods?
I don't know. I know I was calling myself blood. I don't know what nobody else was doing.
Did you hang around other people and y'all were in a group together and each of you all called each other Bloods?
I stand objection.
Was there ever a time that you and other people were together and called yourselves Bloods?
I'm trying to figure out what you saying. That I don't understand that. I've hung around people who call themselves Christian, Muslim. I hung around all kind of people.
So I'm asking specifically about the Bloods. Were you ever in a group with other individuals who called themselves Bloods?
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
I'm not.
I'll hold the objection, Mr. Matthews.
Can you ask the question again?
Sure. Were you ever in a group or associate yourself around other individuals who call themselves Bloods?
In prison or jail, probably.
What about outside of jail?
I don't recall that happening outside of jail, though.
Court's indulgence. Now, as a Blood, or while you were calling yourself a Blood, did you ever commit any crimes while you called yourself a Blood?
Huh?
Did you ever commit any crimes while you called yourself a Blood?
I'm like, what you mean? Like, while I'm doing the crime, like, I'm a Blood. What are you saying?
Sure. While you were in that 2005 era that you said you started becoming a Blood, were you committing crimes?
I call myself a Blood. I ain't
Right.
start becoming a Blood.
Okay. So you start calling yourself a Blood around 2005.
Yeah.
All right. During that time period, did you ever commit any crimes?
In 2005?
Yes.
No, I was in school.
Are you familiar with the blood set sex money murder?
Yeah, I heard of it.
How have you heard of sex money murder?
Jail, prison, in songs. I heard about it a lot of places.
Did you ever call or claim yourself to be a part of sex money murder?
Yeah.
When did you do that? What
I
years?
don't remember what year. When it got popular, everybody was calling themselves that.
Was that around the same time that you started calling yourself a Blood?
Whenever Blood got popular, that's when I started calling myself Blood. That would be around the same time, yeah.
And did you have to do anything in order to call yourself a part of sex money murder?
What you mean, do anything? I don't understand it.
Were you just able to wake up one morning and start calling yourself a part of sex money murder?
Yeah.
And did you hang around other individuals that called themselves or that were members of sex money murder?
I don't know what nobody else was doing. I know what I was doing.
Now, you said that you heard about being a Blood in prison. You recall just saying that a few moments ago? That you recall hearing about being a Blood in prison. Do you remember saying that?
I recall about hearing about being a Blood in prison.
Yes.
We should have put Cleveland Avenue right there. I went in prison in 2005.
Right. While you were in prison, did you still claim to be a member of the Bloods?
You asked me about being around a group of people who call themselves a Blood. I said that would have had to be in prison or in jail.
Okay.
That's what I said. I ain't say calling or none of that, what you just said.
So I'm asking you, while you were in prison, did you call yourself a Blood while in prison?
When I went to prison, no.
Why not?
Because I wanted a new life. I ain't want to be out there. No. I want to take care of myself and do better as I am now. I feel like that was childish.
Have you ever heard of the term false flagging or false claiming?
Yeah, I've been called that.
You've been called that. To your knowledge, did any of the individuals that we talked about, Trontavious Stevens, do you know if he associated himself with sex, money, murder?
I don't know. Nobody else was doing. I know what I was doing.
What about Jeffrey Williams? To your knowledge, did he claim himself to be a part of sex, money, murder?
I don't know what nobody else was doing. I know what DK was doing.
Mr. Murphy, back in 2011, 2012, did you have a Twitter account?
On Twitter?
Yes.
What year?
2011, 2012.
Yeah, that probably, yeah. I think I did. That one Twitter was kind of like the thing back then.
And do you recall what your Twitter name was back in 2011 and 2012?
I don't remember the name. I had one though.
Do you remember having the name of Young Slime Like DZ or at Cartel _ DK?
Oh, that was one name?
Do you remember having a Twitter account?
That was one name you just said?
Do you recall having a Twitter account?
I remember I'm confused though. Can you say the name again?
Sure. Did you have a tag name at Cartel _ DK?
Yeah, I remember that.
And was the name associated with that Young Slime Like _
Oh, that's the little. Okay, yeah, that probably, yeah.
Was that you?
Yeah.
I think he does mention Mr. Williams in there. I think he was doing like some of the promotion and stuff. And I think here, you know, the girl. I think here he was like promoting some of his stuff. I think it's part of what you're talking about, some of the promotion stuff. Going off the TV. You're welcome. I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 8CC. Do you recognize your name, your Twitter name, at Cartel _ DK on there? At the top.
Yeah.
Okay. And matter of fact, do you see an image of yourself on the front page of State's Exhibit 8, Charlie?
Yeah.
And was that the Twitter handle that you had back in 2011 and 2012? And I want you to flip through it, take your time, look at some of these tweets, and you see that at Cartel DK making some tweets within that packet.
Yeah, I'm the only person with that password though.
You the only person with it.
I wasn't the only person.
That's fine, but flip through, do you see some tweets with the from Cartel?
What the question was again?
Sure, do you see tweets from that, Twitter account at cartel_.
Yeah,
All right. And again, was that your Twitter handle back in 2011 and 2012?
yeah.
During this time, the state like attended state exhibit 8 Charlie Charlie.
Any objection states Charlie.
I'm having to work.
Okay, I noted that, Mr. Harvey, so deny that. I'll give you continued objection. Mr. Steele, no objection, no further objection, this is states Charlie. Right, okay, all right. States Charlie is admitted and may be published as you see fit.
Okay, Mr. Murphy, you can look on either screen on the side or behind you. We're gonna start with the first page of 8 Charlie, okay?
You were gonna go through that whole thing?
Not all of it, but some of it, yes. Now, excuse me. Look at this first tweet from January 29th, 2012. Is that you?
Yeah.
And underneath the tweet, is there a caption?
I can't see that.
Above the picture and underneath at cartel_DK, is there a caption?
Yeah.
What does it say?
Just say what's right there.
Okay, so what does it say?
Sex, money, murder.
All right. And is that you in this picture?
I would answer that.
Okay. What are you doing with your hands?
You know what crazy? I don't even know what that means.
Okay. So you were just taking a picture and you don't know what the hand symbol means?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. It looked fire though, back then.
All right. Now we're going to scroll down a little bit to September 4th, January 10th, 2012. Do you see that tweet with the different hashtags?
Yeah.
Okay, what does that say?
Let's say sexy, money, murder.
Okay. We'll go down to the next one on January 4th.
I don't think I tweeted that though. They're probably a girl.
Okay. So that wasn't you believe it was someone else.
Yeah, a couple people had my password.
Who all had your password to your
I ain't trying to put them folk in it, but they had it though.
okay.
It's
How many
okay.
people had your
A
password?
couple,
When you say a couple, what's that mean? 2?
about 3.
When you have here on January 4th, 2012, what does that say?
On what day?
January 4th, 2012.
For that banging sex money murder. I don't know what that other, like a bunch of letters.
What is black?
I don't know. That just seemed, I thought it was cool. Everybody else was doing it.
So you was just typing and you had no idea what black meant? Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Ms. Burke, did you take a plea in this case?
Did I take a plea?
Yes.
Yeah.
And as a part of this plea, did you fill out a plea agreement in this case?
Did I fill it out?
Did you sign an initial on a plea agreement?
I initially, yeah.
All right. And did you have an opportunity to go over this plea agreement with your attorney, Mr. Jacoby Hudson?
When you say go over, what you mean?
Did
Go
you?
over like thoroughly?
I'm gonna ask you, we can talk about thoroughly, but I'm gonna first ask you, did you have an opportunity to look at this document prior to you signing it, to take a plea in this case?
Prior, what that mean? What you mean by that?
Sure. Before you signed it, did you and your attorney go over it?
Yeah, we went over it.
Okay. And did you talk about all the contents that was inside of it when you went over it?
Yeah, but it was, yeah.
Okay. And did you essentially end up signing and initialing certain acknowledgments inside of this plea agreement?
Did I initially? Yes.
Okay. And did you understand what you initialed?
That's a good question.
Oh, did you?
I did, but I didn't though.
Okay, what does that
It's
mean?
kind of confusing because I understood it, but I didn't understand like this part of it.
When you say this part of it, what
Like
do you mean?
testifying part, I didn't understand that part.
Okay, but did you understand what you read and initial the acknowledgments? We're gonna talk about the acknowledgments right now. And do you need to look at it to see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right. You got permission to approach? All right, so I'm gonna show you what's been marked as Stacy Exhibit 1, Charlie. And I want to specifically direct your attention. Right now, we're gonna focus on page 3. Are you on page 3?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna look at number 9 on page 3.
Okay.
All right. When you went over that with your attorney, did you understand what you were going over?
Yeah, but that's why I say it was confusing because it say some of the language.
Don't read anything on there yet. When you went over this and you initialed it,
Believes Mr. Murphy has a right to this.
He does. So let him finish that.
but it's not admitted, so I didn't want him to read from the document.
He was responding to a question, so let's go ahead and see what he has to say, okay? Did you have something else you want to say, Mr. Murphy?
Yeah, it say some of the language that YSL members use. That's why I was trying to, like, I don't know the word I'm trying to say, but that's what I was trying to say. Like, people was using these words way before, some of these words way before YSL even was a label or we start a group or anything like that.
But let me ask you this here. What I'm asking you right now, very specifically, when you went over this document, did you understand what you were reading on the document itself?
Like, did I understand though?
The words on the page?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you end up signing this plea agreement when you took your plea in this case?
Yeah, I signed it.
Okay. And did you sign it with your attorney?
Yeah.
All right. And did Ms. Love also sign this document?
Yeah.
Your Honor, this on the state like the 10 or 6 is one Charlie.
Any objection, states one Charlie Charlie.
Does.
All right, states one Charlie Charlie.
Now, we're going to talk about this document, but since we're talking about the word black, I just asked you if you knew what black meant. On page 3 of Stacy Exhibit 1 Charlie, at number 9, what does number 9 say?
Some other language that YSL members would use is something.
Okay, and then what does it say under A?
Black.
And then what does it say?
But I heard that way before YSL even.
Sure. Answer my question. Finish reading. What does A say?
It say black.
And what else does it say?
Oh, which means blood, love all the time.
Okay. And so when I just asked you a few moments ago if you knew what black meant, why did you tell me you did not know what it is?
Now I remember. I done got a whole life. You think I'm sitting at home or at work thinking about black? I'm not thinking about that, bro. I got 4 kids. I'm not thinking about that.
But back in 2011, you used that terminology black.
Yeah.
All right. And in 2012, did you use that terminology black?
Huh?
In 2012.
You just asked me that, didn't it?
I asked you about 2011. In 2012, did you use that terminology?
And then what they just said on that tweet.
So, do you know what black means?
Now I recall what it means.
So you had to use this to refresh your memory?
Is that what you want to call it?
Okay. All right. Now we'll go back to 8 Charlie. And I want to go down to August 25th, 2012. Can you read that tweet on August 25th, 2012?
That's a song.
Okay, what does it say?
It's been a long time coming, baby. I just called to see how you been doing lately.
Now, you just said it's been a long time coming. Is there a B or a C there for coming?
To be.
Okay. Why would you tweet it as a B?
That's just what I was doing right there. I did a lot of stuff without meaning or purpose. I was childish, young, dumb.
And when you said baby, you said call, why did you put the B for the C there as well?
Huh?
When you read it, you said, baby, I just called. But when you tweeted it, you put a B. Why'd you do that?
Cause that's not me no more. I'm grown now. That was a kid.
And I'm asking you about 2020. So we're going to get to 2024. I'm asking you now about 2012.
Yeah, cause I just told you that's not me no more.
I understand it's not you anymore, but back in 2012, I'm asking why did you put it?
Cause I was just doing stuff. I just told you that.
Now, looking at the next tweet on November 9th, 2012, what were you tweeting out on November 9th, 2012?
I was promoting music.
Okay. And whose music?
Lil Jeff.
All right. And what did you write in order to tweet his music?
Huh?
What does the tweet say?
I was telling everybody that it's going down at the The club we probably been going to.
Okay, so read what it says.
It's going down tonight. However you say that, at thugger, black.
Why'd you put black?
I was just doing stuff, I told you that.
Okay. But why put it, you're promoting his music, why do you need to put black, just promoting?
I put it when I wasn't promoting nothing, I was just tweeting and I put it. So I was just doing stuff. It's just being a kid, being extra.
We're gonna flip.
So before you continue, I think our jury's asking for a comfort break. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take 10 minutes for that comfort break and we'll reconvene at that point in time. All rise.